Hey everyone, if you've been playing Genshin Impact for a while, you probably know that fighting the usual mobs can get a bit repetitive. That's where local legends come in. These guys are next level tough, designed to really push your combat skills to the limit. Introduced with the Fontaine update, local legends have massive health bars and hit like trucks, so taking them down feels super rewarding. Plus, beating them unlocks achievements that let you show off just how strong you've gotten. Right now, there are 27 local legends roaming Teyvat. But of course, not all of them are created equal. In today's video, we're counting down the absolute best local legends, the ones that are not only challenging, but also the most fun and satisfying to defeat. So buckle up, sharpen those weapons, and let's dive into the toughest, baddest bosses Genshin has to offer.
A very small portion of the audience is subscribed to the channel.
If you enjoy these types of
Please
list
don't forget
videos,
to subscribe if you like these types of videos.
Subscribe. Enjoy watching.
Thanks.
Alright, let's talk about one of the coolest local legends in Genshin Impact, Balachko, the Fatui Pyro agent lurking in Natlan's Amialka waters at Teyvat Shrines. This guy is not your everyday enemy, he's behind a locked door, so you know it's going to be something special. Balachko is basically an upgraded version of the usual Fatui Pyro agents you've seen before, but with way flashier and harder hitting moves that will definitely keep you on your toes. It's a fight that demands quick reflexes and sharp combat skills, which makes it super fun and rewarding once you get the hang of it. What really sets Balachko apart is his signature move, summoning those eerie phantoms after most of his attacks. These shadowy clones add a whole new layer of challenge because you're not just dodging his strikes, you also have to keep track of these fast-moving copies. The fight feels fast-paced and intense, pushing you to adapt quickly and stay focused. It's honestly a refreshing change of pace compared to the usual local bosses or elite enemies. If you like fights that test both your timing and strategy, Balachko definitely deserves a spot on your must-defeat list. Overall, Balachko adds a unique flavor to the local legends lineup in Genshin Impact. Nestled in the fiery region of Natlan, he brings the heat, literally, and makes the encounter exciting with his mix of strong pyro attacks and tricky phantom summons. So if you ever find yourself in Teyvat Springs, make sure you're ready for a fight that's fast, flashy, and totally worth it for the challenge and rewards. Trust me, this is one Fatui agent you won't forget anytime soon. Let's dive into one of the freshest local legends in Genshin Impact, Teyvat, also known as the Tepetlisaurus warrior wielding the Rock Breaker blade. You'll find this guy in Natlan, but not just anywhere. He appears through special totem challenges that teleport you straight into the mysterious Night Kingdom. It's like stepping into another realm just to face these fierce Natlanese warriors, and Teyvat is definitely one of the standout fighters among them. What makes this fight so interesting is how it really pushes you to play smart. Teyvat's battle style revolves around dodging attacks to unlock powerful counterattacks, which is a cool mechanic you don't often see in Genshin Impact's regular combat. Instead of just spamming damage, you have to time your moves perfectly and read his attacks carefully. This creates a dynamic and engaging rhythm to the fight that feels fresh and rewarding once you nail it. Overall, Teyvat is a fantastic addition to the local legends roster because of how well designed his fight is. The combination of the unique teleportation challenge, the Night Kingdom setting, and the dodge and counter mechanic makes this encounter stand out from the rest. If you're looking for a battle that tests your reflexes and strategy in new ways, battling Teyvat should definitely be on your to-do list when exploring Natlan. Let me introduce you to one of the standout local legends roaming the overworld of Natlan, Sappho amidst the waves, also known as the Koholosaurus warrior, wave shuttler. You'll find this fierce enemy near Tepeyac Rise in Tekamikan Valley, and trust me, he's not just any regular foe. This enhanced Koholosaurus warrior brings some seriously devastating attacks that can drain your character's health faster than you expect, so it's best to stay on your toes when facing him. What's really cool about Sappho amidst the waves is how he spices up the overworld encounters in Natlan. Unlike some local legends that feel super intense or overly difficult, this fight strikes a perfect balance. He's got extra moves and a beefier health pool compared to his regular counterparts, which adds some real challenge without feeling frustrating. It's a smooth, engaging battle that keeps you alert, but doesn't make you want to tear your hair out. All in all, this local legend is a fantastic addition to Natlan's lineup of enemies. The way Sappho mixes power with a fair challenge makes the fight enjoyable, whether you're exploring casually or hunting for a tough opponent. If you're wandering through Tekamikan Valley, be ready to test your skills against this waterborne lutenist. It's a battle that's as fun as it is fierce. Let's talk about one of Fontaine's most infamous local legends, Vivian of the Lake, the tainted water-spouting phantasm. This enemy was part of the very first wave of local legends introduced in Fontaine, and it quickly earned a reputation for being a nightmare for players who weren't quite ready for its brutal challenge. If you thought you were just exploring the area, Vivian would quickly remind you that this fight is on a whole different level. What really makes Vivian stand out is how it can dish out more damage than most world bosses, while also boasting an insanely deep health pool. That combination alone turns the fight into a true test of endurance and skill. It's not just about dodging or dealing damage, it's about managing your resources, staying calm under pressure, and timing your attacks perfectly to survive. Honestly, it's one of those battles that can feel frustrating, but in a good way, pushing you to step up your game. At the end of the day, defeating Vivian of the Lake is one of the most satisfying moments you can have in Genshin Impact. The sheer thrill of overcoming such a tough local legend makes all the effort worth it. So if you're up for a challenge and want to prove your combat skills, taking down Vivian is definitely a battle you won't forget anytime soon. Let's chat about Chimali's Shade, a truly unique local legend you'll encounter in Natlan through the special totem challenges. This one's got a cool twist. It really pushes you to bring a cryo character to the fight. Why? Because Chimali's Shade uses hydro-based attacks that you can freeze with cryo, either to block its other devastating moves or to dish out some serious damage. It's a clever mechanic that makes the battle stand out from the usual dodge and attack routine. What's awesome about this fight is how beautifully it's designed to feel fresh without being overwhelming. You don't just rush in swinging your sword, you have to think about your elemental synergy and timing to take full advantage of freezing those hydro attacks. This adds a strategic layer that's rare for many other fights in Genshin Impact, especially among the local legends. It's a perfect example of how the game keeps evolving combat to be more engaging and diverse. Overall, Chimali's Shade is definitely one of the best local legends out there, not only because of its unique mechanics, but also because it's just a lot of fun to fight. If you love battles that challenge your brain as much as your reflexes, this one should be high on your list when tackling Natlan's totem challenges. It's a fresh experience that you won't find anywhere else in the game. Let's dive into Teyvat of Chimeric Bone, one of Natlan's exciting local legends you'll face through the totem challenges. What makes her really stand out is this cool grapple mechanic where she darts all over the arena using sharp bone-like darts. Your job, you need to destroy those darts quickly to keep her grounded and prevent her from zipping around uncontrollably. It's a fresh twist that makes the fight feel dynamic and keeps you constantly engaged. The battle with Teyvat is a lot of fun, especially if you enjoy using bow characters. Since she moves fast and relies on these dart attacks, having a well-built ranged fighter can make all the difference. She's not super difficult if your team is ready, but if you show up unprepared, she can definitely catch you off guard. This mix of speed, strategy, and target priorities makes the fight feel well-rounded and rewarding. Overall, Teyvat of Chimeric Bone is a perfect example of how Natlan's local legends keep things interesting by introducing new mechanics that spice up combat. Her moveset keeps you on your toes without being frustrating, making the encounter enjoyable whether you're a casual explorer or a seasoned fighter. Definitely a battle worth looking forward to if you love fast-paced and strategic fights. Let's talk about Atlatul's Blessing, one of the most unique local legends you'll find in Natlan's totem challenges. What's really cool here is that the fight restricts you to using the Traveler, but it gives you access to a special parry ability. This is a huge departure from most battles in Genshin Impact, where parrying isn't usually a key part of combat, unless you're playing specific characters like Beidou or Candice. Parrying has always been kind of a niche mechanic in Genshin Impact, but it's huge in other fighting games and even other titles from Hoyoverse like Zenith Zone Zero. So, having a fight that actually encourages you to master parrying to deal meaningful damage is a fresh and welcome twist. It really adds a layer of skill and timing that you don't normally get to explore, making the fight feel both challenging and rewarding in a totally different way. Overall, Atlatul's Blessing is a brilliant example of how the new Natlan local legends are pushing combat mechanics forward in Genshin Impact. It's not just about raw damage or dodging, it's about precision and timing, forcing you to adapt and learn something new. If you're looking for a battle that shakes up the usual formula, this one is definitely worth checking out. Let's dive into Liam the Fading Rainbow, one of Fontaine's most memorable and unique local legends. This guy stands out because there's really no other enemy quite like him in the game. His moveset is totally his own, featuring Molotov-style attacks that deal crazy damage on the impact. You definitely want to keep your distance and stay alert when Liam starts throwing those fiery explosives around. What makes Liam especially tough is his combination of solid mobility and oppressive area control. He's always moving, making it tricky to land consistent hits, while his attacks cover a wide area, forcing you to constantly reposition. Plus, the elemental reactions he triggers only ramp up the threat, meaning if you aren't careful, your team can quickly get overwhelmed. If you're gearing up to take on Liam, the key is to build a well-rounded team. You'll want plenty of healing and strong shields to survive his onslaught and stay in the fight longer. With the right setup and a bit of patience, defeating Liam becomes an incredibly satisfying challenge. He's definitely one of those local legends that will keep you on your toes from start to finish. Let's talk about one of the most unexpectedly hilarious local legends in Natlan. He never dies, the capybara that looks cute but packs a serious punch. At first glance, you might think you're just facing some harmless wildlife, but don't be fooled. This adorable critter can unleash a devastating ultimate technique that will absolutely wreck your team if you're not careful. It's such a fun twist to see a part of Genshin Impact's wildlife turned into a formidable and memorable enemy. The fight itself isn't overloaded with complicated moves or flashy combos, but that's part of its charm. You're basically facing an overpowered capybara there, and honestly, that's all you need to know about why this local legend has earned a special place in players' hearts. The mix of the creature's cute appearance and the surprising challenge it brings makes for a hilarious yet intense battle experience. He Never Dies has quickly become iconic in Natlan's lineup because it blends humor with solid gameplay. It's a reminder that Genshin Impact doesn't always take itself too seriously, and that even a capybara can be a boss worthy of respect. If you want a fight that's equal parts funny and challenging, this quirky local legend should definitely be on your radar. Let's get into Rocky Avilzen, Fontaine's very own one-punch man and arguably the best designed local legend in Genshin Impact. This guy isn't just another enemy, he's packed with a wide variety of moves that really make you feel his power and presence every time he strikes. Visually and mechanically, Rocky Avilzen stands out as a totally fresh and intense challenge that's a treat to face off against. What makes the fight with Rocky so engaging is how it pushes you to be patient and strategic. You can't just button mash or rush in recklessly. Instead, you need to carefully watch his attack patterns, dodge at just the right moments, and then strike when the opportunity opens up. This kind of gameplay encourages creativity and sharp reflexes, making every moment of the fight exciting and rewarding. Overall, Rocky Avilzen perfectly balances difficulty, uniqueness, and pure thrill. He's a combat challenge that keeps you on your toes without feeling unfair, and his mix of moves keeps the battle fresh from start to finish. If you're looking for a local legend fight that's as fun as it is demanding, Rocky Avilzen is definitely one you don't want to miss. The video ends here. See you in another video. Don't forget to subscribe.